Hello student, welcome to economic class, and this is the statistic person, and in statistic we'll discuss chapter number 3, the data organization of data, class 11th commerce discussion. Okay, and this is fully based on NCERT syllabus. So now we'll discuss organization of data. Meaning of classification. Classification is the process of arranging data into sequence groups according to their common characteristic or separating them into different but related parts. So here methods of classification, we have 4 types. One is geographical classification known as the spatial classification, chronological classification, this is known as time series, qualitative classification, quantitative classification. We'll discuss one by one thoroughly this classification. The organization of data divided into 4 methods that are geographical or spatial classification, chronological classification, qualitative classification, quantitative classification. So now first one is time series, and time series means this is chronological classification. A classification data are classified either in ascending or descending order with reference to a time such as years, quarters, months, weeks, etc. The following shows the population of India classified in terms of years. The variable population is a time series. So the time series is or the organization of data is collected or organize the data through time series like different years. You may take years, quarters, months, weeks, etc. And the population of India classified in terms of years. In terms of years, how? Suppose in sensors, there is a, for every 10 years we are conducting sensor. This is the time series. Time series. Then next, spatial classification. Spatial classification means geographical classification or location. In spatial classification, the data are classified with reference to geographical locations such as countries, state, cities, district, etc. Through location, we can organize the data from state, from countries, from cities, from district. This is the spatial classification or geographical location classification, or you may say location. Then in third, qualitative. Sometimes you come across characteristics that cannot be expressed quantitatively. Such characteristics are called qualities or attributes. For example, literacy is a quality, religion, gender, marital status, etc. They cannot be measured, yet these attributes can be classified on the basis of either presence of presence or the absence of a qualitative characteristic. So qualitative characteristics in according to the religions, according to the gender, according to the literacy, according to the marital status, we can calculate or organize the data by making family tree, like human being, then men and human, and in human men, uh, married male person, unmarried like girls. In different way, you make a uh, family tree and gather the data. Okay. Uh, the next, quantitative, fourth number. Sometimes you come across characteristic like height, weight, age, income, marks of student, etc. are quantitative in nature. When the collected data of such characteristics are grouped into classes, it becomes a quantitative classification. So quantitative classification, we can uh, collect this through uh, just like measuring the heights, measuring the weights, age, income, marks of student. These are the quantitative classification, the data we can organize. Okay, the next, the concept of variables. The terms variable is derived from the word vary, which means to differ or change. A variable refers to quantity or attribute whose value varies from one investigator to another. So the data will, or the value will varies from one investigator to another, and the variables means the varying or change or differ. So the variables here two types, or it is classified into two. One is discrete variables or discontinue variables. Then second is continuous variables or continuous variables. So we have two types of variables here. So before discussing briefly of discrete variable and continuous variable, you have to know the data, raw data. So raw data is a mass of data. Its crude form is called raw data. Okay, it is the meaning you have to recall. A mass of data, its crude form is called raw data. Then next, so we, okay, we have taken example regarding discrete variable or continuous variables and continuous variable. So first one, in discrete variable, first column, number of children 0, 1, 2, 3. Then total. Then number of families 5, 7, 25, 30. So here the total is 40. Here is no continuous, here is discontinuous series, but in continuous variable you just look in first column, weight in kg or kilogram, then number of student here, number of student, the weight of number of student is 40 to 45, 40 to 45 weighted student are 22, 45 to 50, this continuous process, or 45 to 50 is 6 student, 50 to 55 is 9 student, 55 to 60 is 10 student, 65 to 65, 60 to 65 is 30 student. So total 50 student here. The series continue 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55, 55 to 60, 60 to 65, like this. So this is continuous variables. Okay. Then next, frequency. Frequency refers to number of times a given value appears in a distribution. For example, 9 students have got 70 means 9 students have got 70 means in statistical series. So first you have to understand, frequency refers to number of times a given value appear in a distribution. Like uh, 9 students have got 70 mean after distribute the thing. This is the another example of frequency. And statistical series, the arrangement of classified data is some logical order, like according to the size, according to the time of occurrence, or according to some other measurable or non-measurable characteristic is known as statistical series. Okay, some other measurable or non-measurable characteristic is known as the statistical series. It is logical order according to the size, according to the time of occurrence, or according to some other measurable or non-measurable characteristic is known as the statistical series. So statistical series, okay, classified into two way. First one is on the basis of characteristic, and another one is uh, on the basis of construction. So on the basis of characteristic or on the basis of construction, classified uh, statistical series. So next, on the basis of characteristic, we'll look here. This is time series. Spatial series means location. Condition series. This is on the basis of characteristic. Then on the basis of construction, uh, here individual series, discrete series, continuous series. So individual series further here classified into two type or two unorganized individual series or organized individual series. Unorganized individual series and organized unorganized individual series, and unorganized individual series is in individual series, and discrete series is now classified further. Then in third, continuous series, here continuous series, ex- exclusive series, inclusive series, open and distribution, cumulative frequency series, equal and unequal class interval series, mid value series. All the uh, continuous series, these are the method in statistic we will discuss, okay, later briefly, how we will calculate the inclusive exclusive series or how inclusive series is will convert into exclusive series. All the thing we'll discuss by taking the example, how opponent distribution will be there, how cumulative frequency will be calculated, and equal and unequal class interval series, how it will also calculate, then how we can get mid value, or if mid value is given, and we'll find out the class mark or class mark. All the thing we'll discuss in arithmetic mean, okay, or in central tendency, or here also many things you can refer, like Sandeep Gar book, uh, for reference you can get details. Then exclusive method, okay, the classes by this method are formed in such a way that the upper class limit of one class equal the lower class limit of the next class. Under the method, the upper class limit is excluded, but the lower class limit of a class is included in interval. So how the frequency distribution with the exclusive classes, look the example, and okay, try to understand, like classes mark. Okay, classes means marks, taken means number of students. So 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 is the continuous series in inclusive method perfectly. And okay, 10 to 20 marks got 6 student, 20 to 30 mark uh, scored by 5 student, 30 to 40 mark scored by 9 student, 40 to 50 scored by 10 student, and total 30 students, okay, score. So this is the exclusive method. And in inclusive method, in comparison to the exclusive method, the inclusive method does not exclude the upper class limit in a class interval. So upper class limit in a class interval uh, does not exclude. It include the upper class in a class, the upper class in a class, Thus, both class limit are part of the class interval. So how? See here, there is a no continuous series 10 to 19 and 20 to 21. So how will get it perfect? Suppose you put here um, the put here the lower limit minus upper limit of before class, like in second term 20 to 29. Here is just look 10 to 19. So 20 minus 19, you just do here 20 minus 9, then you will get 1. 20 minus 9 and you will get 1. Look, okay, 20 minus 19, then answer will 1, and 1 you divide into 2, the answer will 0.5. So this frequency distribution or inclusive distribution, if you want to convert into exclusive, so you just uh, 0.5 minus in the upper limit, sorry, 0.5 add in the upper limit, and 0.5 minus in the lower limit. Suppose here 19 is here, add here 0.5 means means here 0.5, and minus lower limit. In lower limit 0.5 means 20 minus 0.5 equal to, the answer will here 19.5. So 10 to 19.5 and 19 to 29.5, 29.5 and 29.5 to 39.5. Like this, the inclusive will convert into, okay, inclusive will convert into exclusive method. Okay, then next discrete series telemark will do your mark of 28 student, class 11th. So numbers are given here 20, 15, 15, 10, 15, 20, 15, 10, 20, 15, 10, 25, 20, 25, 25, 10, 25, 20, 15, 20, 10, 20, 15, 10, 20, 15, 20, 10, and lastly 15 here given. So 10, how many tens are here? Marks. Okay, how many tens are? Tens are here 7. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, telemark you just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4, and just cross 1. Here is 5. Okay, after 5, then 6, 7, 2. So in 10 marks, secure student are here 7. In frequency 7, and in 15 marks, secure student is uh, 9 student. Okay, 9 student, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will cross on this 4 uh, telebar. Then it will be 5 plus 4 is 9. So 15 marks course student are 9 here, 20 marks course student are 8 frequency, and 25 marks course student are here 4 frequency. 4 frequency. Okay, so in this way you'll tell the telemarks. Then what is frequency distribution? A frequency distribution is a comprehensive way to classify raw data of a quantitative variable. Okay, a frequency distribution is comprehensive way to classify raw data of quantitative variable. Okay, raw data, we know how raw data we are collecting. Okay, we are just going to root level and collecting okay, from the starting point raw data, and the raw data of a quantitative variables is known as the frequency distribution. So first, class limits are the two ends of a class, two ends of a class. Okay, and second, the class limits for the class 60 to 70 are 60 and 70. Lower limit is 60 and its upper limit is 70 here. Then the class midpoint or class mark is middle value of a class, middle value of a class, and this middle value of class, how we will find like class midpoint or class mark. If we want to um, solve or we want to get, so put here upper class limit plus lower class limit. Okay, upper class limit plus lower class limit upon 2, then you will get the class mark or midpoint, like 60 to 70. 60 to 70 is a class uh, interval. Okay, class interval here. Here 60 plus 70, put here, uh, add here 130. 130 is divided by 2. 2 Then it's a mid value or class mark will 65, like this. In last range number of classes into interval, this the thing, this is okay. Then frequency curve, this is frequency curve. A frequency curve is graphic representation of a frequency distribution. Okay, this is frequency curve. Then next, loss of information. While it summarizes the raw data, making it concise and comprehensive, how there is a loss of information. Okay, important in exam point of view. While it summarizes the raw data, making it concise and comprehensive, it does not show the details that are found in raw data. There is a loss of information in classifying raw data through which, through or not through, there is a loss of information in classifying raw data, though most is gained by summarizing it as a classified data and classified data. So loss of information means when the raw data we are gathering, okay, raw data gathering at that time, what are unnecessary or what are necessary, we are just separating for comprehensive or concise. Okay, that is the loss of information. So frequency array, a discrete variable, the classification of its data is known as frequency army. Okay, frequency army. So variate bivariate frequency distribution. The frequency distribution of a single variable is called a univariate variate distribution. Univariate distribution. If the frequency distribution of a single variable is called univariate variate distribution, or a bivariate frequency distribution of two variable uh, is there, then this is the bivariate frequency. Okay, then next, conclusion. The data collected from primary and secondary source are raw or unclassified. Then second, it needs further statistical analysis. Okay, in conclusion or limitation uh, or drawback. Then third, classification brings order in the data. Fourth, it is comprehensive manner data, and fifth, it will be easy for you to construct a frequency distribution. So this was the notes explanation for you. Okay, student of class 11th commerce, you go through this video and note down the information for the point of uh, exam point of view. Okay, so thank you very much, and hopefully you will do better in the examination. Okay, by watching this video. Thank you.